Signal processing effects actually alter the sound itself. This can either be through spatial effects, where a sound can be made to seem as if it's being played in a range of different spaces, like a stadium or a concert hall, or an echo chamber. Or it can be through the use of a special effect that fundamentally alters the sound itself, like a chorus, flanging, or a dramatic synthesizer pitch effect that you tend to hear on a lot of dance music at the moment. If you're recording, this is a huge area to learn about, but for live sound, this is not quite as pressing a concern, for two reasons. Spatial effects can be crucial in a recording because you want to create an atmosphere in which the music is seemingly taking place. Well, live it is taking place, and the reverberations and reflections that signal processors are recreating for you on record are quite often present and correct because your sound really is bouncing off walls and ceilings in a venue. So adding more reverb may only muddy your sound and make it less intelligible or less easy to understand. As for special effects, these are mainly applied to the sound of a specific instrument or part. So you're off the hook here as well, since the guitarist or keyboard player will probably be capable of, and indeed want to apply, these for themselves. For these reasons, we'll be keeping this part of our voyage of discovery fairly short. The most common spatial effect is reverb. Without any effect, or dry as engineers call it, the vocal is very present, very intimate, but also quite naked and unforgiving. Add reverb to a sound and it seems to be more natural, as it sounds as if it's been sung in an actual environment. It also sounds a bit more polished because you can't distinguish every little fluctuation and deviation in the performance. Now the sound will be called wet with reverb. Vocalists love reverb. Reverb units are generally patched into an aux bus on your mixing desk, so that any channel can share the effect. This way, all the different sources will sound as if they're coming from the same environment, making the sound more natural and believable. While each channel can use different amounts of reverb, it's important to understand that you can only use one setting or patch on the reverb unit at a time. The moral of this story is to look for a setting that will suit a wide variety of sounds. Yamaha has been producing excellent digital reverb units for a great many years now. You can, as many people do, simply flip through the presets and find a general tone of reverb that suits your particular purpose or venue. If you're playing in the Spectrum in Philly, you probably won't need a very long reverb time. The Spectrum Bar and Grill, that only holds 150 people, well, yes, you probably can afford to use longer times to create the illusion of playing in a basketball stadium. Avoid using reverb on sources that don't benefit from the effect. An example would be a bass guitar or a kick drum. These sounds would only be muddied. A good rule is that higher frequency sources like a snare drum, vocals or a cymbal are candidates that would benefit from reverb.